Alright. New game? Please enter your name. Can do.
I should describe myself.
Okay. Tough, sensitive, or shrewd? Shrewd.
I'm a savvy voodoo sleuth. What am I looking for? Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't need to put out a personal ad. Why did I let my brother talk me into moving here? This town needs saving, he said. Restless spirits, he said. Oh, well, I can't blame them. With all the damn tourists here, I feel pretty restless myself.
Stupid
This town's
tourists.
got all the charm of a burning outhouse. Just my luck. I better poke around for something to help me put this fire out.
This weird fire is actually here. Okay.
It's a mask representing Baron Samedi, a voodoo demigod. He's the lord of the underworld and one of the most powerful Loa. I like to keep him close. I find it comforting somehow.
The phone's ringing.
I like having books in my office for some light reading. Homer, Aeschylus, Euripides, Aristophanes, Herodotus. Just kidding. They're mostly spy novels. Whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming I can't answer the phone till I put the fire out. I don't think I have anything in my inventory yet.
This town has all the charm of a burning outhouse.
It's a lot of charm.
I can't leave while my office is on fire. It's my #1 fan.
Oh my god, they made the fan joke.
Whoa, that's hot. It's a mask representing Papa Legba, a voodoo demigod. He's one of the most powerful Loa and arbiter between humanity and the spirit realm. There's a hidden switch behind the mask.
The old hidden booze.
My seltzer bottle. That fire's about to have a toe tag and a ticket to the big adios. That's better.
Now I'm assuming he wants me to answer the phone.
Voodoo detective speaking. How may I help you? Yes, that's my real name. No, I don't detect voodoo. I practice voodoo and use hoodoo to detect. It's right on the sign. No problem. Take care.
Now there's somebody at the door.
If you're from the fire brigade, you're a little late.
Are you Voodoo Detective?
That's my name, unless they changed it while I wasn't looking. What's this about, Miss...
If you don't mind, I'd like to save the introductions for later, Mr. Detective. I have a rather strange case that may be well suited to a man of your talents. That is, if you do voodoo. You do voodoo, don't you?
You don't do voodoo, ma'am. Why don't you come in and sit down and show some respect? Now, suppose you tell me about it from the very beginning.
I need your help, Detective. I need you to find out who I am.
It's definitely laying the world on thick.
Oh, come on. I swear this never happens. What do you mean, find out who I am? If you're looking for a shrink, that's not really the kind of soul-searching I do.
I mean, I've lost my memory. You may not understand, but it's rather precious to me, and I'd like it recovered.
What do you remember?
You lost your memory, huh? Did you check the couch cushions?
Oh my god, the humor.
Is this some kind of joke to you?
Take it easy, lady. You haven't given me much to work with. Is there anything you do remember?
What are you doing?
Just a little examination.
Oh, okay. This is going to sound strange. I don't know if you'll believe me.
Doesn't matter what I believe. You go on with your story.
Well, the very first thing I remember was standing at a crossroads. I'm not sure where, but it felt somehow both familiar and foreign at the same time. Like the memory of a dream. There was an old man there. He spoke to me.
I believe this belongs to you.
I was confused. I couldn't remember ever having seen the pendant before. In fact, I couldn't remember anything. He seemed to understand.
Don't worry, child. A little sleep and you'll be back to your old self again.
My head started to swim and I blacked out. When I woke, I was lying in a bed I didn't recognize, in a life I didn't recognize. Around my neck was the pendant from my dream, and in my hand, your business card.
I never printed any business cards. You mind if I take a look?
By all means.
Well,
And
that's
it's
not
gone.
normal. So you don't have any idea who you might be?
I've learned, or at least I've been told, that my name is Mary Fontoul. My husband, Victor Fontoul, is the president of Island Ventures. We live in a mansion outside of town with our butler, Benny. We've been married for 10 years, and we're very happy together.
And you don't believe a word of it?
I may have lost my memory, detective, but I haven't lost my intuition. This woman I'm supposed to be, Mary Fontoul, it's not me.
And what if you're wrong?
Then you'll have made a bit of money, and I'll walk away a confused rich woman.
Why not see a doctor? Why come to me?
Believe me, I've seen all the best doctors money can buy. The popular opinion is that it's stress.
Well, I'm not one to knock the other guy's merchandise, but you could have saved some time coming here first. You said the old man gave you a pendant. Do you have it with you?
Yes, here. If it helps the investigation, please keep it.
The investigation? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I still need more information before I agree to take the case.
Oh, just about payment? All right.
Let's say I am interested. Do you remember how to use a checkbook?
I can offer you a $200 advance and another $200 on completion, plus expenses. Money's not an issue. Can you help me out? Or do I need to find someone else?
Well, all right, sweetheart. For that kind of cabbage, I'd voodoo investigate most anything. Consider me hired.
Thank you, detective.
But
I
that
don't
kind of
mind telling you,
cabbage.
that comes as a relief to me. Here's the money.
You mean cabbage.
I have a good feeling about you.
Save your feelings for book club, honey.
You know, you better keep that shirt buttoned, detective. I wouldn't want your big old heart falling out.
I'll be careful, Voodoo Dollface. How can I get in touch if I need to talk with you about the case?
If you need me, I'm staying at the Chic Shell Hotel. Please come see me if you make any progress.
Price is not an issue, so I'll give you $200.
Yes?
I'd like
Don't call me
$200.
Voodoo Doll Face.
What a knockout. A dame like that could give a zombie a heart attack, or a voodoo detective a real headache. I better mail my personal ad and then go get my book of voodoo back from Billy.
Escalates at some time between 1200 AD and 2017 AD.
Nice desk, though.
I mean, it's alright.
One new message. Message 1.
Hey, it's Ronnie, your landlord. I still hadn't received this month's rent from you. You're new in town, so I'm cutting you some slack. But if I have to call you again, I'm not going to be as friendly. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.
End of message.
I too use a skull as an answering machine. The weirdest part being I have an answering machine.
This radio may be old.
Hey, see you, Knight.
It's got a powerful magnet. When I listen, so do the neighbors.
And thank you for the bits as well, Knight. Did we steal the magnet? No. Okay. But I'm sure that's going to be important at some point.
Just grab my coat before I go.
And penis to you too.
I'm not talking to any tourists.
Yep. That tracks. Donut hole Billy's. Good old junk.
It's a camera.
Oh, thank
Real
you.
beauty, too. I can tell you the image quality is truly remarkable. Plus, we developed the photos right here.
Hey, hello, hello. Cheers for the lurk, and thank you for the bits as well. This jewel will solve this crime. With an insult and a little rhyme. A real charmer, fight like a farmer. You fight like a cow because it's past your bedtime. I don't know if I need a camera, and I don't know how much it
Great.
was, but
Thanks for shopping at Island Trader. There's nothing we won't trade for your business.
well, I guess that's good to know. I still just have money. Do we want some candy?
They put the candy where the kids can see. It's a dirty game.
Welcome to Island Trader, an authorized dealer of Island brand products.
I'm just gonna look around.
Go right ahead, sir.
Alright, double clicking does make it move faster. That's one drunk tourist. That's my kind of tourist.
These tourists make me appreciate the mosquitoes.
It's not done by the Monkey Island people, but it's very inspired
Better
by
not tear this
those
place down too.
kind of games.
Looks like Billy's got a little offering to Papa Legba here. That's my grandmother's book of voodoo. We call her Grammy. She was a legendary mambo. I should really ask Billy before I take it.
I like the fact they've got like a gauntlet from a set of armor to try and prop up the chair.
No use trying to talk to Billy while he's in one of his piano trances. There's got to be a way to snap him out of it.
I mean, we could slap him.
You never know when you might need a bucket of water. Rise and shine. I Guess he's still out of it.
It's kind of impressive. All right.
Well, if it isn't New Ganine's newest detective, what can I do for you, VD?
I'm working a new case. Mind if I grill you?
Go right ahead, Mr. Detective.
Have you seen this pendant before?
Oh, vintage. Not really my style, but nice piece. Could be an heirloom. Sorry, I've never seen it before.
What can you tell me about Mary Fontoul?
Fontoul? I only know of Victor Fontoul. He owns Island Ventures.
Thanks for the info, Rick.
No problemo.
What do you think of all these tourists?
Well, you know I really can't complain. They bring good business to the bar.
Where did they all come from?
Our quiet little island's become a bit of a hot spot ever since Island Ventures moved in. They set out to commoditize the island experience for package and sale. First it was Island Kitchen, then Island Trader, and now Island Coffee. Sometimes I don't even recognize this town anymore. I don't think they'll stop until this island is just one long line of sweaty tourists shuffling from one island franchise to another. But I can't complain. Like I said, business is good.
What was Zawanga like before they showed up?
Well, there were a lot fewer Hawaiian shirts and a heck of a lot more character. The main drag used to be a colorful collection of cozy shops and local flavor. Now it's just a tidy row of island brand imitation. They turned a rum on the rocks into a virgin pina colada. Even started tearing down old monuments. The most recent victim was a home foe where island coffee's going up. Now, people practicing voodoo like you and your brother don't really have a place to worship.
That's enough about tourists.
That's enough philosophizing for now.
I need the skinny on some of the locals.
Of course, VD. What do you want to know?
I don't think I know that many locals' names, right?
How was my brother Billy doing?
Oh, you know Donut Hole. Still tapping his foot and typing out tunes. I'm sure he's pretty fed up with folks trying to take over his bar, but nothing could shade his shine. He's just his wonderful musical self. Right now he's in one of his trances. Why don't you see if you can bring him around?
Thanks for the info, Ricky. Any chance I could borrow your mortar and pestle?
The tools of my trade? Would I ask you for your gree-gree and magnifying glass? Or whatever it is voodoo detectives use to voodoo detect? Well, I guess we could make a trade.
What do you have in mind?
What do you have in mind?
Dangerously low on mint leaf. I need it for all the goofy drinks those tourists guzzle down. If you can get me more mint, the mortar and pestle are all yours.
Alrighty.
I've got a split. See you around, Ricky.
I can't see taking a picture of Donut
I don't need a
Hole.
picture of
It's
that.
gonna work, but
I don't need a picture of that.
oh, I wasn't trying to use the camera with it. I just wanted to look at the chair.
Bet I could find a use for this.
Oh, we just took the whole goddamn
That's
chair.
odd. Looks like a metal gauntlet. The sort of medieval knight might wear. I should use that chair first. These things are heavy.
All right, I got me a chair and I'm not afraid to use it. Also, not having infinite ability to carry everything. Come on now.
I'd rather talk to a loaded gun. It's a chain restaurant, closed for remodeling. Normally, there's a line around the block.
This is a very ostentatious bank. Oh, I assume it's a bank. It may not be. It looks like a bank. The person who works at the bank is called Penny.
Capital. What can I do for you today?
I'm a Voodoo private investigator. I was hoping to speak with Mr. Crumsford.
Sorry, sir. Mr. Crumsford is out at the moment. But don't worry, he should be back soon.
I have no reason to give these people my money. See you.
I'm assuming you won't just let me into his office.
The door is locked.
Sorry, sir. Mr. Crumsford is out at the moment. But don't worry, he
Can I
It's a
just
bottle of black
can
ink.
I just yoink the ink?
I'm sorry, sir, but if you take that ink, other customers won't be able to sign our contracts.
Well, we can't have that.
I don't actually have a problem with that, but all right. All right, so we've got a very, very ostentatious bank.
Mr. Lawton?
If you've come for legal services, I'm afraid I can't take on any more clients at the moment.
Actually, my name is Voodoo Detective. I'm a Voodoo private investigator. Got some questions I was hoping you could answer pro bono.
Absolutely not. I have to finish preparations for an important, affair this evening. Can't you see how busy I am?
No, not really.
Perfectly inconsiderate. I ought to hold you in contempt. You're just like my wife, Kiki, and her little puppets. Well, I'm not a puppet. I'm a man!
Have you ever seen this pendant before?
He's a man, chat.
This is a law office, not a lost and found. Now, please excuse yourself before I'm forced to take legal action.
Be seeing you.
I certainly hope not.
What a friendly individual.
It's a ventilation shaft. Looks like it runs to the roof.
Alright, that's got to be important somehow. You'd imagine not while he's in the office, but...
The grill is screwed in place. I can hear someone shuffling papers in the office below.
Alrighty. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Greenhouse is locked. I'll need to find a key.
Don't know it.
Man, this guy's loaded. He got a garden and a zoo. Man, this guy's loaded.
Good day, sir. How can I help you?
The name is
Well,
Voodoo
obviously the
Detective.
butler did it.
I'm a Voodoo private investigator.
Voodoo, you say? What, may I ask, brings you here?
Actually, I'm looking for a Mr. Fontoul. Victor Fontoul. That you?
Oh, no, sir. I'm Benny, his butler. This is the Fontoul residence, but I'm afraid Mr. Fontoul is in a meeting at the moment. Perhaps you could come back another time.
Sure, I can come back. See you around, Benny.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you, son.
Sure, it's big, but is it huge?
You go to place that has plastic versions of these?
This used to be a humfo, a voodoo place of worship. At least until they bulldozed it to make way for island coffee.
Oh my god. I've just realised the terrible pun that is this hotel's name. Cheers for the lurk.
That fish must like these tourists about as much as I do.
Good day, sir. Checking in?
I'm looking for a woman staying here named Mary Fontoul.
One moment. Yes. We do have a Mary Fontoul staying with us. She checked in the other day. A shorter woman with brown hair and brown eyes. Came here alone, paid cash. She's staying in room 203. I believe she's in there now. But you need a room key to get upstairs. The Chic Shell Hotel takes our guests' privacy very seriously.
Clearly. Oh dear.
You're saying I need a room key to visit a guest? Can I just knock?
Like I said, we can't let just anyone upstairs. That's why we require a room key to use the elevator. Every hotel guest is given a spare set to loan out to visitors. That way it's up to them who's allowed to visit.
How about if I ask real nice? Will you let me upstairs?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't let you upstairs if you're not a guest.
Can I get a room?
Ordinarily, yes, but I'm sorry to say we're all booked up. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
See you.
Alright, so we need to find a key to get upstairs.
Good day, sir. What can I do for you?
I'll take a meal for one and drinks for two.
Great. Find yourself a table and I'll be right with you.
I like the way you think. Alright, we got a swimming pool, we got some more tourists. We have a woman not classified as a tourist, so that probably means she's important.
Hello there, handsome. Looking for someone?
Not anymore.
Smooth.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
My name's Voodoo Detective. I'm a Voodoo private investigator.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Detective. The name's Kiki. Kiki Lawton.
Dining alone?
Why do you ask? Looking for a date?
Maybe I am.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm expecting company, and my brand of entertainment is best suited for an audience of one.
Oh my.
Are you staying at the hotel?
I certainly am. I find it a welcome respite. Domestic life can be so drab. Wouldn't you agree?
I wouldn't know.
Count your blessings.
I was hoping I might run into my client. You wouldn't happen to have seen her. Goes by the name Mary Fontoul. Female, attractive, about 5'5". Looks like a little lost lamb that forgot the way home.
Who did you say you were again?
Bo Peep.
Well, I do know Mary, but she never mentioned a tall drink of water like you.
I've been waiting for somebody
If you
to
don't
say
mind,
that.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about her.
What do you want to know?
Mary's lost her memory. I'm trying to find it.
Lost her memory? The same thing happens to me around 5 o'clock every evening.
Do you know if Mary started spending time with anyone new recently?
She hasn't mentioned anyone to me.
Did Mary ever talk about her past?
Not once. Mary never volunteered personal information. And I guess...
So the day when I asked they were a
never
hooker?
asked. I'm not one to dig up the past once it's buried.
Have you ever seen this pendant before?
I can't say that I have. Not very elegant, is it? Why do you ask? Oh, I know. It must be evidence from one of your cases. Is that it? Was it stolen? Or perhaps it was cursed? You did say voodoo detective, right? Oh, how delicious.
Settle down, Mrs. Lawton. No need to get excited. It's just a necklace. Do you know anyone who would want to harm Mary?
Well, her husband is quite wealthy. I'm sure there are plenty of less fortunate islanders who might resent her wealth. You know, eat the rich and all. But I'm speaking in generalities now. These people might feel the same way about anyone with 2 pennies to rub together.
Have you noticed Mary acting strange recently?
Mary? God, no. She's as reliable a friend as any I've ever had. Such a good listener. Always quiet, non-judgmental, slowly nodding to let you know she's there for you. And those stony black eyes of hers are so beautiful, like glazed obsidian.
Black eyes?
She's just lovely. An absolute doll.
I've got other questions. I've got more leads to chase down. Gotta blow.
See you around, detective.
Probably.
Tourists? Why'd it have to be tourists?
Alright.
The
An
swimming
indie
pool.
reference.
No better way to spend a day at the beach.
Can I get you anything?
Something with lots of mint.
What's on the menu?
Well, let's see. We have our macadamia nut crusted mahi mahi bites. There's the steamed miso Thai snapper. Our special today is poisson cru, made using deadly fugo fish. For drinks, we have the mighty mango mojito, our marooned martini, and our most popular drink, the Voodoo Wipeout Punch.
Oh, they all sound good.
How about something to sand down the edges?
Certainly. What'll it be?
I'll have a mojito.
Very good choice. Bon appetit.
Oh, now that's service.
Why, from our bar, of course.
And you were just carrying it in your jacket?
They don't call it a bar coat for nothing.
Has anyone ever called it a barcode? Alright, that's not how I get mint, apparently. Okay.
How about something to...
Certainly.
I'll have the voodoo punch.
Are you just going to hit me in the face?
Very good choice. Bon appetit.
No. Okay.
Bottoms up.
Now to get plastered.
How about...
Yes, sir.
I'll take the special.
Excellent choice. Bon appetit.
That's a big bit of
Where did you get
fish.
that too?
Why, from our kitchen, of course.
And you just had it in your coat?
They don't call it a dinner jacket for nothing.
That hit the spot. Actually, I think I'm good.
Please let me know if you need anything.
It's the carcass of the fugo fish I ordered. Looks like the poison gland's still in there. Don't mind if I do.
Ah, good. I do like to have me a poison gland. Just in case. Just in case. Now, who can I poison?
plaque says Crumpsford Family Mausoleum.
Let's see. 6 foot, 42 long, but still breathing. What is it that you want?
The name's Voodoo Detective. I'm a voodoo private investigator.
My name is Eartha. I am the mistress of these hallowed grounds.
Good chat. I'll be seeing you, Eartha.
Folks always do, sooner or later.
That's a live cat.
Esther, dear, she was a saint. But then she sinned, and now she ain't. Here lies celiac sickly Fred, choked to death on gluten-free bread. Little Junior, small and rough, he died proving he was tough. Here lies our friend Burning Larry. He played with fire, so now he's buried.
Let that be a lesson to you, LP.
Darla ran the old hotel until she rang the checkout bell. There's a bouquet of Centennial Dragonheart plumerias. They're beautiful, but I'm no grave robber.
Wow, you call yourself an adventure game character?
These tourists are everywhere. Just another mausoleum.
With very suspicious footsteps leading up to it. But we don't seem to be interested in that. All right, no obvious answers, essentially.
It's my number one. I better grab Grammy's book from Billy's. I better grab Grammy's book from Billy's.
Are you telling me you won't let me back out? No, you just won't let me do it quick. All right. Anything in here that might work is...
I'm not shelling out any cash for that. Suntan lotion. My hat and coat keep me covered. They put the candy where the kids can see. It's a dirty game. It's a chain restaurant.
I know that was there.
This hurts me more than it hurts you, Billy. Still nothing. That's odd. Looks like a sort of medieval knight. Could come in handy.
I guess now we're just going to try and slap him with this.
What did the 5 metal fingers say to the face? Hey, something fell out of the goblet. It's an old harmonica, like the one I used to play with Billy when we were kids. You held on to this for me? After all these years. If I want to get through to him, I need to start speaking his language.
He's so shocked to see that he's playing a saxophone.
Just like old times. Hearing that harmonica always brings me back. What's new, Voodoo?
You mind if I borrow Grammy's book?
Help yourself. But I'm surprised you need it. Must be a real tough case.
This old book comes in handy more often than you'd think. What's happening, Billy?
Well, shoot. Where to begin?
What's with the offering on the piano?
Something ain't swinging right in the spirit realm. I can't lock down the beat. It's all out of tune. The rhythm's wrong. I figured a little spirits for the spirits couldn't hurt.
How've you been?
I'm doing all right, brother, especially since you moved here. Although I wish those Island Ventures vultures wouldn't knock such a steady beat on my door. They keep trying to get their tasteless talons into my business. Already own more than half the town. Oh well, in every life, a little rain must fall. As long as I have occasion to tickle the old ivories, I'm satisfied.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
It's enough about you, Billy.
Lay it on me.
That is your real name.
I've got a new case.
Which it probably
Mind
is.
if I pick your brain?
Go right ahead.
Have you ever seen this pendant?
Sorry, I don't go in for any jewelry foolery. Ricky knows more about that sort of thing. You could ask him for a hot tip while you sip.
Have you ever heard the name Mary Fontoul?
Has my baby brother got eyes for some lovely lady?
It has to do with the case.
Sure, Voodoo. Whatever you say. Wait, Fontoul?
Yeah, Mary Fontoul.
I know a Victor Fontoul. Maybe she's related to him.
She's his wife.
Going after a married woman, eh? Oh, I'm just messing with you. Sorry, I never met her.
It's because she doesn't exist.
What do you think of that lawyer on Main Street?
I don't know about him, but I know his wife, Kiki. She swills cheap spill at the Chic Shore restaurant.
Oh, that was kind of painful. All right.
That's enough shop talk for now. See you around, Billy.
Come back again soon, and don't forget that harmonica of yours. It always brings me back.
All right, we now have the book. Probably want to go for this. Oh, poison pass out. We have that. Okay, that is the menu. All right. Still don't really have a clue what I'm doing, truth be told.
I need to find out who gave Mary that pendant. Might be time to crack open Grammy's book.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what you wanted me to do. If you're never going to get the mortar and pestle, wherever the fuck I get everything else, I have no idea. Alright, so we can give someone a sleeping pill at some point. Ah, screwdriver, that'll come in
It's
handy.
a souvenir screwdriver. There's a tiny inscription on the side. I went to Zawanga, and all I got was screwed.
Funny and functional.
Like my penis.
I'll take it.
Thanks for shopping at Island Trader.
That'll let us open the grate. I don't know why we want to, but
if I could fit in there, I'd have front row seats to the counselor's crooked cabaret.
alright, it's not as easy as squeezing our way down there.
I don't need a picture of that.
But hey, we opened it. The mint is probably in this greenhouse.
Sure, it's big.
Hello, Detective. I'm afraid Mr. Fontule is still tied up in a meeting. Can you come back later?
That's all right. I don't mind waiting inside.
I was just barging our way in.
Should be finished presently.
I'm definitely not gonna snoop, Mr. Oh, I see.
Looks like someone's afraid of the dark. It's a portrait of a fancy man.
Goddamn fancy pants. Nope, he will let me. I can just go into his quarters.
Empty. Looks like Benny Boy's been drinking more sherry than the Queen.
Oh, sherry. Ugh.
Voodoo for butlers. A couple of chapters are bookmarked. Love spells and mind manipulation. What have you been up to, Benny, old pal?
What have you been up to? I told you the butler did it.
There's a letter here addressed to Benny. Tear stains have blotted out some of the words. Benny, you have to stop. I don't know what he would do if he found... Besides, I can't just forget the way you treated me. I don't know what you're getting at, Voodoo. You're scaring me. I'd like to remain friends, but you have to stop. Sincerely, I wonder if Mary wrote this.
I'm gonna say no.
Opera records and romance novels. There's also handwritten sheet music. It says Benny and the Jest. A ballad about how my love life has been one grand joke.
I don't think we're missing...
I think it's Leopold.
anything in here.
I don't need a picture of that.
I'm gonna find something to take a picture of eventually.
I need to find out who gave Mary that pendant. Might be time to crack open Granny's book.
Yeah. Stop giving me hints every time I try to leave a room.
Listen, you old pit viper. I've stuck my neck out for you financing this new factory of yours.
All right. Calm yourself, dear boy. No need to get excited.
Well, if I'm excited, it's your fault.
Okay.
Quid pro quo, Victor, you slippery worm. I don't like all this cloak and dagger nonsense.
Just a little professional discretion, Gordon. We don't want anyone stealing our recipes, do we?
Discretion? I don't care a fig for your discretion. I care about what's being done with my money.
Be at ease, my friend. I'll explain it all at the shareholders' meeting. For now, please trust that things are progressing on schedule and as planned.
I don't like being left in the dark, Victor. I don't like it at all. You'd better have some answers next time we meet.
Sir, a voodoo detective is here to see you.
A detective?
Voodoo detective, Mr. Fontoul. I was hoping we could talk.
I see. Well, why don't you join me in my office?
A very friendly fellow. I'm sure he's not evil in any way.
You've got quite the collection here. I don't even know what most of this stuff is.
Ah, yes. Those are from the old days before Island Ventures. I used to travel all over the world, collecting bits and bobs from hither and yon. I find different cultures completely fascinating. It's a bit of a hobby.
It's a map of a place called Ventures Island.
That's right. Island Ventures has big plans for Ventures Island.
Lots of elegant leather-bound books. Just the kind you expect in a fancy office.
A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one.
Looks like a wedding photo.
Ah, what a happy day that was. Bloom of the peach, blush of the berry. My sweet, sweet Mary.
Right. You've got quite the collection here. I don't even know what...
Ah, I used
That's
to...
just
I find
same old stuff.
Nothing compliments a hot day like a roaring fire.
Except perhaps a trench coat?
Touche. Touche.
I do apologize for the excitement out there. When in business, one must deal with all sorts of people. Especially when you require funding.
What was that argument about?
Well, Island Ventures' subsidiary, Island Kitchen, is preparing to launch a new line of food. I'm holding the cards pretty close to my chest to avoid any leaks.
Are you Colonel Sanders?
Gordon doesn't like that. But surely that has nothing to do with why you've come to see me. Unless you, too, wish to inquire about the particulars of our new secret recipes?
I'm here on behalf of my client, your wife.
Mary? My God, I've been worried sick. Is she all right? She'd been acting like a completely different person, and then she just up and left.
Welcome back, Road Dog.
I've got some questions about your wife.
Please, go ahead.
Was Mary spending time with anyone new prior to her memory loss?
Not that I know of. My work requires frequent travel, and Mary always insists on joining me. Couple that with a proclivity for solitude, and she isn't left with much opportunity to make new acquaintances. At least, none that I would be unaware of.
Does Mary have any close friends?
Mary keeps largely to herself, but she does visit with my nephew's wife on occasion. Her name is Kiki Lawton.
What do you know about Mrs. Lawton?
Kiki is the wife of my nephew, Theodore, but I'm afraid I don't know her very well.
If you don't mind, I've got other questions. Do you know of anyone who would want to harm Mary?
Heavens, no. Everyone loves Mary. She's kind and good. She never bothers anyone. A mind would have to be truly unhinged to harm a sweet, delicate flower like Mary.
What do you know about Mary's past?
I'm afraid very little. I know both of Mary's parents died when she was young, and she has no siblings. But she doesn't like to talk about her past, and I don't wish to reopen old wounds.
Mary was given this pendant around the time she lost her memory. Look familiar?
Why, yes. She brought it to me shortly after her memory trouble began. We never were able to find out where it came from. Do you think it has anything to do with her amnesia?
I don't know yet. That's enough about your wife for now.
I assume we
You
get
let me
greenhouse
into the
access.
Greenhouse.
My butler, Benny, manages the grounds here. You'll have to ask him about it. Though he has become a bit more particular about whom he lets in since his tiff with the local barman.
Do you mind if
Alrighty.
I ask some personal questions?
Go right ahead.
You've amassed quite the fortune. Got any greedy-eyed next of kin looking for a slice of inheritance pie?
No, nothing like that. The only family I have aside from Mary is my nephew, Theodore Lawton.
Yes, you've noticed.
He
You've
runs
mentioned
law
him a few
practice
times.
downtown and works as my lawyer.
And if you and Mary were out of the picture, he would stand to inherit quite a lot of lettuce, right?
Is it cabbage or lettuce? Don't get the two
That
confused.
Theodore is trying to kill my wife.
I'm not suggesting anything, just exploring possibilities. Do you know of anyone who might want to do you harm? Someone who might go after your wife to get to you?
In business, one has many competitors. And of course, if you're successful, there are bound to be those who look on with covetous eyes. But business is about optimizing profit, detective, and there is no profit in harming a man's wife.
That's enough about you for now. That's all for now.
Godspeed, detective.
Alright, so we're going to speak to old Benny boy again.
Well, if it isn't...
Hello, detective. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about Mrs. Fontoul?
Mary is a good woman. She's always been generous to me. She used to sit for hours with that kind, blank stare of hers, listening to my opera when no one else would. It was unlike her to leave the way she did. I've been so worried. I do hope she's all right.
I bet you do.
Did you notice anything strange about Mary before she lost her memory?
Not that I can recall. She seemed every bit her normal, quiet self. Completely imperturbable, as though a veil of calm separated her from the troubles of the world.
Did Mary start spending time with anyone new prior to her memory loss?
I don't think so. She only really spent time with Mr. Fontoul and her friend, Kiki Lawton. And myself, of course, the dear.
Do you know of anyone who would want to harm Mary?
No, I don't. Mary never hurt or offended anyone. Frankly, she didn't interact with all that many people to begin with.
I've got this gold pendant here. Have you ever seen it?
Sorry, no.
If you don't mind, I have a few other questions. Can you let me into the greenhouse?
I'm afraid not. The Fontoul greenhouse represents a spectacular botanical achievement. The variation in provenance among the flora we cultivate requires careful attention. The only way to maintain precise control over the environment is to limit the number of visitors we allow in. That's why I'm the only one with a key. I am sorry.
I don't think you're sorry.
Do you live here?
Why, yes. My quarters are adjacent to the staircase.
Oh, I know. We've been in there. We saw your love heart undies.
What can you tell me about Mr. Fontoul?
Mr. Fontoul is a beneficent gentleman. I can make no complaints about the time I've spent working under his employ. Even if I could, it's not a butler's place to say such things.
It's a drugs greenhouse?
I got this letter here addressed to you.
Where did you get that? Have you been in my room?
No.
This looks awfully bad, Benny boy. A letter from someone who doesn't appreciate your attentions. A book of hoodoo in your room. And Mary Fontoul wakes up without her memory. Care to explain?
You have been in my room. Mr. Detective, I resent what you're insinuating, and I absolutely cannot abide you invading my privacy.
I'm a detective, that's what I
have
do.
Nothing but respect and admiration for Mary Fontoul. She's my dear friend, and one of the few people to show interest in my opera. I will speak no more on the matter.
Thanks, Benny.
Alright. So it won't let me in the greenhouse.
What's new, Voodoo?
I've got a new case.
Go right ahead.
Can I talk to you about the butler? I cannot.
What do you know about Victor Fontoul?
I don't know much about him personally, but he and Gordon Crumpsford own a company called Island Ventures. They keep trying to take over the bar. I always tell them the same thing. I'm not selling.
That's enough shot. See you.
Come back again.
I don't think they should have crossed out the conversations you can have again and again, but alright.
I can't use that here.
Oh, we do know old Scrooge McDuck should be back now.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind stepping away from the vault? Only Crumpsford Capital account holders are allowed in. Hello, and...
I'm a Voodoo private investigator.
Oh dear, that sounds very serious. Mr. Crumpsford's office is right over there. I'm sure he'd be happy to help.
They're very willing to let me in.
See you.
That is quite the painting.
That must be Crumpsford Sr.
Ah, yes. I like to think old Peepaw is watching over me.
That's a nice desk you got there. Beautiful, really.
How did you get into my office?
Hey, welcome back, Owen.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Rifling for
Stay
your
away
things.
from my filing cabinet.
You stay away from my filing cabinet.
Oh no, this doesn't look good at all. Congreve's inflammable powders is down 30%, and the Baltimore Opera Hat Company isn't looking much better.
You don't smell like a man of business.
Nice place you got here, Mac. Though I prefer something a little more modest, like the Chrysler Building.
Who are you, and what do you want?
The name's Voodoo Detective. I'm a Voodoo private investigator.
Ah, yes. I know who you are. You're Donut Hole Billy's brother. If you care for him, you should advise him to sell me his pathetic excuse for a business.
I'm looking into what happened to Mary Fontoul.
What do you mean? What's happened to her?
Someone's wiped her memory. Dame's got the recall of a senile goldfish swimming in a martini.
So, Victor hired a private investigator to figure out why his wife finds him so forgettable. I could have sniffed that out for him.
Oh, sorry to hear, Owen.
Actually, Mary's the one who hired me. I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I see. Very well, Detective. I'll hear your questions, but make it quick.
Have you ever seen this pendant before?
I have not, though I would gladly have it appraised. It may be of some value. You know, come to think of it, that pendant does look familiar. I can't place it, though.
I've got some questions about the Fontouls. What can you tell me about Mary Fontoul?
I don't know her very well. Our brief interactions are entirely a consequence of my business dealings with her dreadful husband. She always seems like a nice enough woman, which raises the question. What is she doing married to that cretin?
Do you know why anyone would want to hurt Mary?
Mary? No. However, it isn't terribly difficult to invent reasons to harm her husband. Perhaps someone's gone after the goose to get the gander. Of course, now we're building pyramids of surmise on a foundation of ignorance.
Oh, American politics. Got it.
What do you have against Victor Fontoul? He seems like a decent man.
He's an abysmal human being. A cold brain divorced from any heart. You've known him only briefly. I've been working with the man for years. Give it time. You may see things my way.
I've got other... Smell your...
I still wouldn't say we're making any kind of progress.
It's a...
What is it that you want?
Good chat. I'll be seeing you, Eartha.
Folks always do.
Out of one hole and into another.
Indeed.
Oh dear. Who haven't I spoken to in a while?
That doesn't need to be screwed.
No, I'm going to use it to get you out of this office somehow by setting something on fire. Don't know what or how yet.
I told you.
Be seeing you.
I.
Hey, see you, Trunks. Have a good rest of your day. So we never found a key.
I'm not talking to any tourists.
You're a very, very sweaty tourist.
What? I need to find out who gave Mary that pendant.
Yeah.
Good day, sir. Going up?
Yep.
Great. I'll just need to see your room key before I can take you upstairs.
Time for a bribe.
I don't have a key. Would a couple clams change your tune?
Sir, are you trying to bribe me?
You catch on pretty quick.
My job is worth more to me than a couple of clams, sir.
How about the whole chowder? Everyone has a price.
Not this elevator driver. I'm sorry, but my loyalty is not for sale.
On second thought, I'm afraid of heights.
Alright, so it looks like we do have to try and get a key.
I think I've blown enough bread here.
You are still here. You're the most obvious way to get a key, I feel.
Hello again, Detective.
I've got...
See you around.
Ah, no bet. These tourists.
Tourists in a badly named pun hotel. Who would have seen that coming?
Well, If it isn't New Guinea...
It's been a hell of a day, Ricky. Give me a Voodoo fizz and make it kick like a mule with hay fever on Mardi Gras.
You got it. On the house.
Oh, this is my kind of bar. Not a huge fan of the skull, but
delicious.
All right, I can't just steal the slice of lemon. All right,
I'm working a new.
Go right.
Do you know anything about Victor Fontoul?
Sure, I know him. He and Gordon Crumsford, the banker, are always pestering poor Billy to sell the bar. Thank goodness he won't. I could never work for one of those tacky Island Ventures abominations.
Thanks for the info.
No problemo.
oh dear. Do we have any idea how much skill it takes to make a skull like that in a drink? Hey, Zeppo.
I need the skinny on.
Of course.
What do you know about the banker, Gordon Crumsford?
Oh, him. He and Victor Fontoul are always pestering poor Billy to sell the bar.
Do you know anything about the lawyer on Main Street?
Yeah, he does all of Island Ventures' legal laundry. If I were you, I'd keep my distance. That weasel's liable to bite.
Have you ever met Kiki Lawton?
Is she related to Theodore Lawton?
His wife.
I see. Well, if she's anything like her husband, I'd steer clear. Some kinds of dirty don't wash off with water.
Suspicious
What's
answer.
the story with Benny the butler?
Oh, that old so-and-so? Yeah, I used to mix in with him. It was nice to have a little zest for a while, but the twist is he thought it was going to be something more. Things got muddled and I had to get tough.
Ah, so that's who the letter was
Our
for.
relationship ended up on the rocks. He was pretty shaken up. Still, I hope he's doing all right.
I found this letter in Benny's room. Lots of tears on it. Is it from you?
Tears? Oh dear, that poor boy. Listen, VD, can you do me a favor? Can you give this to him? I don't like how we left things. I didn't mean to hurt him.
Thanks for the info.
It really shouldn't
I've got
put a line through the conversations you have to repeat to get out. All right, back to the mansion, because apparently we're a postman now. You wasn't be figuring out what happened once the screaming started outside. Good old sports balls.
I spoke with Ricky. He asked me to give you this letter.
Oh, Ricky.
Sports butt.
Thank you, Detective. This means a lot to me.
Can I get in the greenhouse
If
now?
there's anything I can do to repay the favor, just let me know.
I want to go rummage in your greenhouse.
Well, if...
Hello,
Can you let me into the greenhouse?
Well, normally I'd say no, but you've been so kind to me. Here, take this. It's the key to the greenhouse.
Haha, success.
Thanks, Benny.
And all I had to do was rummage in your drawers.
Thanks for the key, Benny.
All right, this looks like this is where we get the lemon. Is there mint in here?
The bottom shelf has aloe, orchid, fiddle leaf fig, and mint. Looks like I'll be getting that mortar and pestle after all. The top two shelves hold all sorts of flowers. It's a bird of paradise. Fruits and veggies. This place has it all.
Do you always rummage through others' drawers on the first date? I mean, if it goes well. Might also be why I don't get second dates, but you know.
I've got your mint right here.
Wow, you found some. Thanks, VD. I was about to run out. You're a lifesaver. You have yourself a trade. The mortar and pestle are yours.
Oh, we've got ourselves a mortar and pestle. We need a black can. Oh, hang on, no. How do you combine things? Drag and drop.
Here's my lemon zest.
Alright, black candle and... a lodestone. The fuck is a lodestone? That might be in the back. It is not. Where would I be likely to get a black candle from?
I need to find out who...
Yeah. I'm trying to get out the door. I'm not clicking on you for clues.
I need to find out...
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get in the door. There's a candle. How do I make it black?
If this candle were black, I could complete Grammy's owner Honer recipe. Too bad I don't have anything to dye it with.
You know, remind you of the gardening I have around the house? I do have a lot of gardening around the house. Alright, what can I dye it black with? Nothing obvious is coming to mind. Oh, the ink. It's the ink.
I see a white candle and I want it painted black.
All right, so now we can put that in there.
This black candle should work.
Now what I need is a lodestone, right? Wrong button. Oh, it's the magnet. Okay, all right. Well, we know where to get that.
The magnet came right out, but I broke my screwdriver.
No!
Brand garbage.
My screwdriver.
I think this qualifies as lodestone. I think that's it. The owner-honer mixture is ready to use. Looks like the spell worked. I can feel the pendant pulling me somewhere.
All right, yep, we now got a little compass.
Pendant is pointing at this old mausoleum. The plaque says Lamoon family.
Not Serenity Lamoon.
It's locked. There are fresh footprints leading inside.
Is that Jersey made screwdriver?
Been here recently.
Alright, do you know who was here recently?
Can you let me into the Lamoon mausoleum?
I am a grave digger, not a crypt keeper. I don't have a key.
Well, who's got it then?
Try Gordon Crumsford. He owns this cemetery. I merely fill it with corpses.
I saw footprints leading into the Lamoon Mausoleum. Have you seen anyone going in or out of there?
Perhaps I did. Perhaps I didn't. My mind's a little misty.
All right, what do you want?
All right, Eartha. What's it gonna take?
Very little interests me beyond tending to the dearly departed, but I have had my eye on one of those new island brand shovels. Bring one to me, and it may resurrect my memories.
All right.
Good chat.
New shovel it is. I don't remember seeing a shovel. But I may be able to ask you where to find one.
Welcome to Island.
I was told you guys sell a very special shovel here.
You must be referring to the upcoming release of our new line of island shovels.
That sounds about right. I'd like one.
You and me both. They're not out yet.
What do I have to do to get one early?
You'd have to get approval from my boss, Mr. Fontoul. Good luck with that, though. He's pretty strict about new product releases.
I'm just gonna look around.
All right.
Go right ahead, sir.
So we gotta do something for the horrible rich man to get a key, and we gotta do something for the other horrible rich man to get a shovel. This could be Jersey.
What is it now?
I heard it through the grapevine that you own the
Grapevine.
cemetery.
Ow.
Indeed I do. Death and taxes. I can't collect the latter. I can certainly profit from the former.
Oh, what a nice guy you are.
Can you let me into a specific mausoleum?
I'm afraid not. Only the families of the interred are allowed keys to their mausoleums. It's entirely up to them what they do with their dead.
Does the name Lamoon mean anything to you?
Yes. I knew the Lamoons.
Then make like a clumsy barista and spill the beans.
They were a family of three. The father, Francois, the daughter, Genevieve, and the mother, Esmeralda Lamoon. May she rest in peace. They owned a local gumbo restaurant that was acquired by Island Ventures. Thus,
Okay, so you killed them.
I knew them through my business dealings with Victor.
What do you know about Genevieve Lamoon?
She was a child. What more is there to say? Just another seed that never had the opportunity to sprout.
What do you know about Francois Lamoon?
Personally, I found Francois to be a noisome bore, a crude man with a primitive mind. How he managed to win a treasure as pure and wonderful as Esmeralda, I'll never comprehend.
Yeah, I've tried the Planet Crafter patch. If you didn't like it before, you won't like it now. If you were enjoying it before, I think it's added enough new stuff. It's still very grindy, but it wasn't bad. Hopefully the next big one will put in, enough new content to make the game worthwhile.
What about Esmeralda Lamoon?
My dear Esmeralda, a bouquet of a woman. Her smile was serene, her heart was kind, her temperament mild, and her cooking... Her cooking was an intimation of divinity. I won't lie, Detective. I loved Esmeralda. Always from afar, but I loved her.
Yeah, so I would say, LP, that it still seems empty and grindy. But I'm hoping they will keep on adding more content so it doesn't feel that way. Like it feels to me like Satisfactory when I first played it. And as opposed to where Satisfactory is now. Let's put it that way.
You make it sound like the Lamoons are all dead.
Esmeralda and Genevieve are dead, yes. According to the papers, they drowned. But we don't know what happened to Francois.
According to the papers, I take it you have your own theory?
Well, you already know Victor acquired the Lamoon family restaurant to help launch Island Kitchen, yes? What you might not be aware of is how the Lamoons were compensated. Overcompensated, in fact. Victor made no effort to conceal that he was grossly displeased with the situation. Over time, the man's mind seemed to fray. He became distant and cold in the presence of the Lamoon family. That is, until they were no longer around.
So you think Victor killed the Lamoons? What, to get back control of the company?
Well, yes, control, but it was also about money. With the Lamoons out of the picture, Victor became a much wealthier man. You may well ask if money was motive enough for murder. I would argue that men have killed for less. And if you knew Victor as I know him, well, you'd have a much shorter list of suspects.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to add things to shoot. I don't think that's what they want to do with the game. I do hope they add a lot more exploration, though, because I think it needs it. There's a couple of games that I'd like to look at in that kind of area. One didn't particularly review very well, which was called Icarus. And then there was another one which was more Viking-y. And you kind of had to build up bases to take on big monsters. I can't remember what it was called now. I want to say Frozenheim, but I think that's the RTS-like game, but I'm not 100% sure.
I've got other questions. That's enough for now. I may come back later.
Hello and
See.
Alright, let's go talk to the other rich man. We're probably gonna have to try and find out who Francois is at some point. Yeah, Frozenheim is... That game looks interesting and good, but I know when I looked at it, people said it was incredibly empty, so I didn't look much further into it. But no, that's not the game I'm thinking of. It may be called Midgard, something like that.
Hello again.
The Island Trader shopkeep told me I needed your approval to buy the new Island brand shovel.
Ah, yes. I'm very excited about that one. However, as a rule, I prefer to confine our new product releases to a specific date. Is there a good reason you need the shovel right now?
It has to do with your wife's investigation.
It does? Well, then why didn't you say so? If you think a new shovel could help bring my Mary back to me, then of course you may have one.
I'm glad you didn't ask questions.
Aside for you.
Thanks, Vic.
Yeah, Tribes of Midgard could be right.
If you don't mind me asking, how do you anticipate a new shovel will help you with my wife's investigation?
It's kind of a long story. You remember that pendant your wife woke up with?
Yes, I recall her showing it to me, and we never did figure out where it came from.
Well, I was able to trace it back to a mausoleum at the cemetery. Does the name Lamoon ring any bells?
Good Lord. The Lamoons owned a local gumbo restaurant that we acquired in exchange for a substantial stake in Island Kitchen. Gordon and I worked closely with Francois and Esmeralda to integrate their recipes into our menu. It was an exciting but difficult time.
How so?
Exciting because the Lamoon recipes drove a new wave of popularity for Island Kitchen. Difficult because Gordon had become infatuated with Francois's wife, Esmeralda. It made for rather awkward business meetings.
So what happened then?
Well, About a year after the acquisition, Esmeralda and her daughter, Genevieve, washed up on the beach, having drowned. Such an appalling tragedy.
So what? Mother and daughter forgot how to doggy paddle?
Well, yes. The official police report deemed it a swimming accident.
I mean, I do like a little bit of sailing. Defend your village from the Renaissance or dead spirits into brutes. How about bringing on the end of the world? Yeah, I think that is the game I was thinking of. I can't remember why I didn't pick it up in the end to try it, though. There was something about it, but...
Why do you think someone would want Mary to have a pendant from the Lamoon family?
That, Detective, is the one question I truly have no answer for. What in the world has the tragic Lamoon family tale to do with my Mary? If you figure that out, please let me know.
What happened to Francois?
As you know, Esmeralda and Genevieve died. As far as I'm aware, Francois went missing around the same time. He wasn't present for the official inquest into his family's demise.
Oh, he's dead and probably
so you're saying he
in the
still
tomb.
Be out there.
It's possible he's still alive, yes. But if he was with his family when they drowned, it's more likely his body was simply never recovered.
You don't sound like you buy the official story. Let's hear your version.
I don't like to speculate without proof.
Humor me. I won't quote you.
Well, despite my personal difficulties working with Gordon, I hate to cast aspersions on the fellow out of hand. It's just that he always carried a torch for Esmeralda Lamoon. And as I said, it made for rather awkward business meetings. Things only seemed to grow worse over time. In my view, it made him unstable.
What exactly are you saying here, Mr. Fontoul? You think Gordon killed Esmeralda and Genevieve?
Oh, no. That seems extreme.
And yet here we are. I asked you what you think really happened, and you tell me how crazy your business partner can get. What's a detective to think?
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything. Saying it out loud, it seems far-fetched. Forget I mentioned it.
Gordon had some interesting things to say about the Lamoons.
Oh? Like what?
Well, for one thing, he suggested you weren't too pleased with how much of Island Kitchen the Lamoons controlled. He seemed to think it might have been enough to constitute motive. What do you think, Mr. Fontoul?
Why, that's ridiculous. The Lamoon's influence was integral to nurturing our nascent enterprise into what you see today. I never harbored anything but goodwill towards the Lamoons. And I'd certainly never hurt, let alone kill anyone. Gordon is way out of line.
But he is alive.
That's enough about the Lamoon family for now. That's all for now.
Godspeed, Detective.
Alright, so we got our shovel. The shovel will tell us who's been going to the tomb. That'll probably take us to whoever's got the key. Francois, probably. Could have been a third-party agreement. Could have been that maybe it didn't look particularly fun solo. I honestly can't remember.
Welcome to...
I believe you.
Ah, you must be Mr. Detective. I've got your shovel right here.
I'll take it.
A trade's a trade, and our trade is your happiness.
But I did also re-download Fallout 76 for kind of the same reason, as I did want a game where I could run around shooting things, but also try to build a base up. I have your shovel, my lady.
Here you go, Eartha. If anyone asks, you didn't get it from me.
This is excellent, my darling. I'll be the
Tribes of Midgard we were talking about.
It has the logo and everything.
Huh?
You just wanted the sticker? Right. Well, maybe now you can tell me who was snooping around the Lamoon Mausoleum.
It was that lousy little lawyer. Something about that guy gives me the creeps.
You mean Lawton?
Yes, spooky fellow.
I saw footprints leading into the Lamoon Mausoleum.
It was that lousy little lawyer. Something about that guy gives me the creeps.
You mean Lawton?
Yeah.
Good check.
Folks always...
Alright, so that's leading me to the lawyer.
I told you, no further questions. I have an important affair this evening. God, you don't listen. You're just like her, always manipulating, putting on an act.
I've got a surprise witness, counselor. Earth of the Gravedigger saw you visit the Lamoon Mausoleum.
That is a bold accusation. I think you should leave.
So, we're going to do this the hard way, huh?
I don't like you.
Well, I bet with a little leverage, I could pry my way into your heart. Be seeing you.
I certainly hope not.
All right.
If I could fit, but I either need to shrink or find someone a little more petite to help me out. I think it's time to pay a visit to my client.
But I don't have the key. Which maybe we need to start looking back at...
Eartha said Theodore Lawton, the lawyer on Main Street, has been inside the Lamoon Mausoleum. I've got to find some leverage to get that weasel to squeal.
Yes, we do.
Good day, sir. Checking in?
See you.
What if I can do something with your wife? That sounded wrong.
Hello again, Detective.
Does the name Lamoon mean anything to you?
Lamoon? No, I've never heard the name. Why, who is that?
That pendant I showed you was given to Mary around the time she lost her memory. I traced it back to the name Lamoon.
Sorry, the name doesn't ring a bell.
The Lamoons owned a small gumbo restaurant that was acquired by Island Ventures. They worked with Mary's husband.
And then you might want to ask him about it, darling.
I found out your husband was padding around the Lamoon Mausoleum. Left his footprints all over my case. Care to comment?
And here I am, thinking he can't leave the office because of work. Did you ask him about it?
Well, I've tried, but he keeps giving me the old 86.
I'd act surprised, but I know how single-minded and selfish he can be. He has the gall to accuse me of neglecting him while he goes gallivanting about town, telling me he's at the office. Apparently, I need to be a corpse for him to pay me a visit. The liar. Frankly, I think my workaholic husband has been cheating.
You don't say.
You want information on the Lamoons, yes? If Theodore was at their mausoleum, they may have been clients of his. And it just so happens I have access to all of his files.
Let me guess. I scratch your back, you scratch mine? Sound about right?
Oh my, maybe we are going to do something with the wife.
Bring me evidence of my husband's late-night cheating, and I'll give you all the access you want.
Oh my.
I'm staying in the honeymoon suite. Here's my room key, in case there's anything you'd like to, report. Now, if you wouldn't mind, darling, I'm expecting company.
Alright, we got a room key out of that.
Good day, sir. Going up?
Yep.
Great.
Here's that room key you demanded.
Fantastic. Step right in.
Itches to be seen by the doctor. So that's where Mary's staying. Can we get to the honeymoon suite? Oh, 201 is the honeymoon suite.
Who is it?
Oh, I thought you were still down at the bar.
Voodoo detective. We met at the pool.
I was going to sneak in.
Oh, hello, detective. Have you learned anything new about my husband?
Sorry, not yet.
Well, please keep looking. You'll have to excuse me. I have a guest to entertain.
Oh my.
Who is it?
Santa Claus, open up.
The North Pole's up another floor. But I guess you can come in anyhow.
Looks like you've been busy.
There's not much to do around here, so I thought I'd do a little investigating of my own. I'd been hoping you'd show up. What have you got for me?
How you doing?
Oh, just dandy. Isn't it every girl's dream to hole up in a hotel room because her mind's been erased?
I believe
Really
so.
ought to try it sometime.
Hang in there, Mary. I've been looking into that pendant. Does the name Lamoon ring any bells?
None that I can hear. Why?
The trail goes cold at the Lamoon family mausoleum.
Well, what does that mean?
It means I get to use the word exhume in a sentence. I got some info on the Lamoons. Their names were Francois, Esmeralda, and Genevieve. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear, respectively. They owned a small gumbo restaurant a few years back that was acquired by Island Ventures. From what I gather, about a year after the Lamoons sold their gumbo joint, the mother and daughter turned up dead, drowned in some sort of accident. The father up and vanished.
And that pendant led you to the Lamoon family mausoleum. So where does that leave us?
I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep digging, so to speak. Your husband's business partner seems to think Victor might have had a hand in the Lamoon family tragedy. Says Victor had buyer's remorse after the acquisition of the Lamoon restaurant. Felt he'd given them too large a stake in Island Kitchen. Victor wanted to regain control of his company and didn't mind getting his hands dirty. Gordon doesn't seem to think very highly of your husband.
He's not my husband. Do you think there's any merit to Crumsford's story?
The investigation's still open, Voodoo Dollface. I have more leads to follow up on before I'm ready to draw any conclusions. Victor implicated Gordon Crumsford in the Lamoon family tragedy. Says Gordon was gaga
Just
for
throwing
Esmeralda,
shade at each other.
but she wasn't interested in what he was selling. He lost his temper, and they lost their lives. At least according to Victor. He and Gordon don't seem to get along too well.
You've met Crumsford. Does he strike you as a violent man?
Strikes me as
The
an asshole.
investigation's still open, Voodoo Dollface. I have more leads to follow up on before I'm ready to draw any conclusions. That's all I've got on the Lamoons for now. Get this. Gordon Crumsford owns the cemetery.
You think that's relevant to my case? Or are we just gossiping now?
I can't say for sure. I thought it was interesting. Think I've got a lead.
Oh, good. What did you find out?
Looks like Theo Lawton, the local ambulance chaser, has been poking around the Lamoon Mausoleum.
Do you think he has something to do with my case?
I don't know, but he's awfully tight-lipped for a man with nothing to hide. I just need to find a way to get this lawbird to squawk.
Please, let me know if I can help.
How'd you like to get some fresh air?
I get the feeling you're not inviting me for an evening stroll.
I could use your help getting...
I'm not. I'm going to shove you down a vent.
It might be dangerous.
I'm in.
You haven't even heard what the job is.
I want to help. This is my case, after all. So, what are we going to do? Kill a chicken on his grandmother's grave? Slip a mojo in his coffee? Ooh, curse a crocodile and take its teeth?
We're gonna take pictures of him cheating on his wife.
Voodoo pictures?
It's not that kind of job, sweetheart.
You know, so far, you haven't really lived up to your name. Oh well, an excuse to escape this claustrophobic hotel room. I can't stand being confined to close quarters. What do you need?
I need you to climb into a ventilation shaft.
My, what a glamorous profession you have. So when are we doing this?
Meet me on the roof of Lawton's law office at sundown. And you might want to wear pants.
Keep the fashion tips to yourself, Trenchcoat. I'll be there. This is kind of exciting. I've never been on a stakeout.
How would you know if you had?
I suppose you're right. I could have been a spy before all this. I wonder how many sunsets have been stolen from me.
5.
Don't
Only
worry,
5.
Kid. We'll get whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I've got the camera. I'm gonna see what I can see.
I think we ought to wait a little.
Grab my legs, Voodoo.
Wait, hold on. Kid's got more backbone than an anaconda.
I've got you this time, husband. Full house.
Oh dear, you do make a compelling case. Hey, what's that behind you?
Where? I don't see anything.
I thought I saw your mother. Sorry, sweetie, it must have been my imagination.
You're not getting out of this that easily. Now, show me your hand.
Royal flush.
Ugh, you've got to be kidding me.
Better luck next time, sweetheart.
He's definitely cheating on his wife.
Well, how'd it go?
He's a cheater, all right. Here, I think I got what we need.
You did good, Voodoo Dollface.
Did you expect any less?
I'll go get these developed at Island Trader.
Let me know how this all turns out. I'm headed back to the hotel. This was fun.
Did I get them developed, or do I actually have to go and do that? All right.
I need these developed.
No problem. One moment. Here you go. Thanks for choosing Island Trader.
Wow, that's
Trade winds always blow your way.
speedy development for film pictures. All right, do I show these to the lawyer or do I show these to the wife? Also, it's actually past stop time, so yeah, we'll go see if we can show them to the wife. I only have to see my key the first time, eh?
Oh, is it?
Voodoo Detective.
Oh.
Yeah, I got some news.
Well, come in and tell me about it.
I see your note. Oh no, you are.
Not now, darling. I'm busy.
I am very confused.
I never cheat.
I don't want to bother him. I feel like I'm already intruding on something personal. Well, what do you know? She really is a manipulative puppet master.
I can spend time with anyone I please.
What have you got for me, detective?
I've got the goods, honey. Black and white, 8x10, full gloss freedom fodder. The stuff divorce dreams are made of.
Well, don't keep me waiting, darling. Let's see them.
Odd foreplay, but who are you to judge?
I knew it, that cheating swine. I'll have him on a platter for this. Thank you, detective. I'll make sure my husband's office is unlocked. You can rifle through any files you wish. Now, if you don't mind, I have a performance to finish.
Enjoy the performance, Johnny. Alright, we should now be able to go rifle through some files.
Let's see here. The moon. Ah, here it is. There's a key and a receipt for a Crumbsford Capital Bank account.
Alright.
This desk is a little messy, but still, it's a good desk. Legal documents and books on law. I'd rather be stranded on a desert island than read those.
Let's go see what was in the mausoleum. I'm also pretty sure she's still going to be at the restaurant, to be honest. But yes, that was her in the office.
Let's just see if... Loretta Lamoon, August 2nd, 1763 to October 1st, 1821. Lamont Lamoon,
I mean, this is clearly the one we want.
1855 to July 23rd, 1875. Lester Lamoon, February 7th, 1812 to October 12th, 1880. Genevieve Lamoon, September 9th, 1909 to July 8th, 1924. This must be Esmeralda and Francois's daughter. Just a kid. Esmeralda Lamoon, September 21st, 1887 to July 8th, 1924. The lid of the coffin is askew.
And now it's off. Well, that's where the pendant was.
So the pendant belonged to a dead woman. But what do the Lamoons have to do with Mary? There's more missing from this case than just my client's memory. Lila Lamoon, May 25th, 1799 to March 18th, 1852.
Alright, was there anything in the book to talk to dead people?
That won't help here.
Alright, that didn't particularly
So
open
the
up on
Lamoons
that.
have a safe deposit
Oh, okay,
box.
yeah. We'll go do the safe deposit box. Also, it looks like we may have to get those flowers at some point. If we have to do all the recipes, which honestly we may not have to. so I believe if I show you the receipt, you'll let me into the vault.
This receipt won't get me into the vault.
Okay. That was not the case at all.
Hello and welcome.
You got an ice box I can keep my lettuce in?
We sure do. Crumbsford Capital is here to service all your finance management needs. Also, any account you open comes with a complimentary safe deposit box.
You convinced me. I'd like to open a bank account.
That's wonderful news.
To open an account, you'll need an executive approval form from Mr. Crumbsford.
Where did you say I can get an executive approval form?
You'll have to get one from our president, Gordon Crumbsford.
All right. How much of a pain in the ass is that going to be?
See you.
What is it now?
Would you be willing to give me an executive approval form? I'd like to open a bank account.
Crumbsford Capital is a prestigious institution that caters only to a small pool of elite clients. The only way we're able to maintain a rigorous quality of service is by keeping that pool small. So I'm sorry, Detective, but I'm afraid the answer is no. As long as my eyes remain open to watch over these gilded halls, the approval forms will remain safely nestled in the drawers of my filing cabinet.
All right, so this is the guy we need to put to sleep. I don't know what that candy is he's always eating.
You seem to eat a lot of chocolate, Mr. Crumbsford.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather addicted to it. I can never say no to a box of Chortle's chocolate truffles, especially when I'm upset.
You don't say.
Oh no, he's out of chocolate.
Damn, I've run out.
I'll go get you some more. Maybe.
I've got a few more questions about the Lamoons. I asked Victor about the Lamoons too. He had an interesting take on things.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Victor seems to think you killed the Lamoon family in a fit of jealousy for Esmeralda. Sound about right?
I should destroy that man and staunch the endless flow of fetid vitriol that spills from his disgusting mouth. Why in the world would I kill the woman I love? There's no substance to these wicked indictments, and if you believe them, you're an even bigger fool than you look.
Ooh, bet you'd like some chocolate right now.
Damn, I've run out.
I've got other questions. That's enough for now.
Alright, where the fuck do you reckon we get these chocolates from? The trader store?
Welcome to Island Tri. Please let me know if
Do you carry Chortle's chocolate truffles?
We sure do, and you're in luck. I've got our last box right here behind the counter.
Ring them up for me, will you?
You got it. Here you go.
Alright, what did we need for these 90-90 snooze potion? Oh, I think we may actually have everything already. Nope. It's drag and drop.
A little fugo goes a short way towards a long nap.
This is why you never accept candy from strangers.
Hey, Crumbsford, I brought you something.
What's that you got there? Is that a box of Chortle's chocolate truffles?
A token of my appreciation for being so cooperative.
Except on Halloween.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, Detective. Thank you. Delicious. You know, I'm feeling rather...
Looks like he's out cold. Well, looky here. An executive approval form.
Does he keep them pre-signed in there? That's just dumb. Here's your goddamn form.
I'm ready to open a bank account. Here's that form you asked for.
Fantastic. You've made the right choice, sir.
Go through an unconscious person's drawers again?
Soundly know
Yes.
that your money is safe here at Crumsford Capital. You also now have access to your own personal safe deposit box. All I need is a short 6-digit passcode for the combination lock. I recommend something memorable. Perhaps an important date, like an anniversary or a birthday?
That's why you can go and see all the dates of the dead people. Fuck.
Great! You're all set. Just let me know anytime you'd like to visit your safe deposit box. Here's a receipt confirming the creation of your new account. You can find your safe deposit box number there too. We're so happy you decided to bank with Crumsford Capital. Just let me know if I can help in any way.
I'd like to visit.
All right,
the
let's
safe
see if it
deposit
makes it
box.
easy or if I'm going to actually have to try and remember things.
Fantastic. Just follow me to the vault.
The logic isn't bad. The opening setup, I would say like the first hour was incredibly dull. But now that I've got past
Safe
it,
deposit box number 203.
it might be Stockholm. No, I'm going to have to remember them. Shit. Shitty Shittington. How do I examine, press and hold?
It's a receipt for a Crumsford Capital bank account. I guess the Lamoons had an account there. Says their safe deposit box number is 203.
You would imagine it would be the daughter's birthday. Wealth.
This place looks like Fort Knox. I grabbed some gold, but these bars probably weigh 100 pounds each. Genevieve Lamoon. September 9th, 1909 to July 8th, 1924. This must be Esmeralda and Francois's daughter. Just a kid.
Because they died at the same time, so death doesn't make any sense. So do you think it's 999?
September 9th, 1909 to July 8th, 1924. This must be Esmeralda and Francois's daughter. Just a kid. Esmeralda, September 21st, 1887 to July 8th, 1924. So the pendant belonged to... But what of the Lamoon? There's more missing from this case than just my...
We may be back more than once.
One moment, sir.
It's safe deposit. That did it. Genevieve's birthday. There's a journal. Let's see what we have here. The Journal of Francois Lamoon. June 28th, 1924.
Oh, dear.
Esmeralda and I went to Island Kitchen today to share a cup of lemon gumbo. Delicious as always, but something is different. I shall go to the factory to investigate.
Oh no, it's people all along.
June 29th, 1924.
Mon Dieu! They have defiled our recipe. It has been contaminated.
I cannot allow this to continue.
Also, it turns out Lamoon was very French.
July 2nd, 1924. It's just a crude drawing of a muscular chef with a gun. July 5th, 1924.
Victor told me today that the recipe had been altered without his permission. He told me he would summon the board of directors. It looks like we will have to engage with the sweaty Monsieur Crumsford and the company lawyer, Monsieur Lotran. I am running out of patience.
July 6th, 1924.
I made that joke, yes, I know.
Victor has invited me and my wife to his yacht to meet with Messieurs Crumsford and Lotran. I fully expect my demands to be met, and the original recipe restored.
Alright, so Victor sent them all to the
Finally,
yacht.
we will get to the bottom of this.
They got to the bottom all right. So the last people to see the Lamoons alive were Fontoul, Lawton, and Crumsford. Those gold brickers have some explaining to do. Enough reading.
Should we not take this book of evidence with us? No? We good?
The door is locked.
Oh, he's left.
Sorry, sir. Mr. Crumsford is out at the moment.
I'm kind of continuing to play on because I feel like we might be nearing the end. I'm kind of hoping it might be like a halfway point, but... Because you're not going to be here anymore.
The last people to see the Lamoons...
Yes, I know. I'm trying to get to the estate. There we go.
Benny, I need to see Victor.
He's headed to the Island Ventures shareholders meeting aboard his yacht. He won't be back for several days.
Thanks, Benny.
Oh, Detective, your landlady called to say there's a letter for you at your office. Also, she said your rent is overdue.
Ah, that's just an inside joke.
Alright, maybe it's like a halfway point. Let's go see what this letter is.
This must be the letter Benny mentioned. No return address.
And we're dead.
Thank goodness. I was about to call an ambulance.
Make it a hearse. I feel like death warmed over. What happened? And what are you doing here, Voodoo Dollface?
I got tired of waiting around and came back to check on the case. I found you lying here on the floor with a note in your hand.
What's it say?
Drop the case, or your brother will have to change his name to Bullet Hole Billy.
Someone's being a little too slick for their own good. Well, they just threatened the wrong voodoo detective. I better go check on Billy.
Remember to eat,
Have
yes.
you seen Billy?
Oh no, they've kidnapped Billy. He's on the yacht.
Oh, hey, VD. I haven't seen him around since he left with Gordon Crumsford. But that was a while ago now.
Billy.
Billy!
They took Billy. They took my brother.
Oh, God. Listen, this is getting out of hand. I think you should drop the case.
It's a bit late now. They've already kidnapped my brother.
I don't want your family getting hurt on my account.
I'm still on the clock, Sugar. You paid me to find out who you are, and that's just what I plan to do. We riled him up good, like a bear clawing a beehive. And this bear's not stopping until he gets some honey.
Okay.
They're gonna wish they never involved my family.
What are you going
We're
to
about
do
to go
now?
Vin Diesel on their asses.
Those Island Ventures crooks are all headed to Victor's yacht. I'd bet anything my brother's there with them. If I'm going to get to the bottom of this, I'll need to find a way aboard that boat.
I can get us onto the yacht. I am Victor's wife, after all.
Us? This isn't a joyride, Voodoo Dollface.
I'm coming with you.
Lady, it's too dangerous and I don't have time to play babysitter. These lowlifes have already shown us they aren't afraid to hurt people.
I'm not your sugar, your sweetheart, or your voodoo doll face. I'm your employer, and I'm not gonna stay cooped up in some stuffy hotel room. Now, you can either get ready and meet me downstairs, or wait here and stew in your little office while I go alone.
All right, all right. You want to risk your neck? That's fine. I won't stop you. We can go get killed together.
That's more like it. Come meet me when you're ready to go. Don't dawdle.
Kid's got more moxie than a crocodile in a handbag factory. I better not make her wait.
And yeah, I kind of want to. All right, I won't. I won't. It's an impressive yacht. Are we going to Monkey Island? Do I have to make a stew? Okay, I was not expecting the masquerade ball.
Looks like the gang's all here. Is that Billy?
Welcome, my friends, and thank you for joining us. It is my great privilege to unveil the latest development from the Island Kitchen brand. I call it Island Soul Food. We've dramatically improved upon the secret ingredient that originally put Island Kitchen on the map. This time, it's a little more powerful and a lot more delicious. In fact, it's practically addictive. Soon, we'll be able to flip the switch on our new top secret factory on Ventures Island, where profound innovations will make our dreams a reality. There will be no one who can resist our enchanting food. But don't take my word for it. Try it yourselves.
Don't try it, it's a trap.
I and my fellow board members are off to make final preparations.
It's clearly cocaine.
I want you all to relax and enjoy yourselves as we embark together on a new island venture.
When I heard shareholders meeting, this is not what I had in mind.
Here I am worrying about my brother's health, and we find him toasting with the enemy. I'm gonna go find out what these creeps are up to.
Where's Tom
If
Cruise?
you need my help, just scream. You know how to scream, don't you, Detective? You just open your mouth and blow.
Okay, all right, chat. We do seem to be getting to like a part two. I would imagine there's only like 2 hours tops left in this game, but